Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of Chuck's Diecast and Model Reviews. We're going to be taking a look at this model today. This is the Autoart Jaguar XKSS. I think this is a pretty cool little model here. It's probably the first Autoart model I ever bought. And I probably bought it, probably 15 years ago or so. I think it's a pretty good looking model here. The quality is, excellent here. I mean, you can look at it yourself. You can see the panel gaps are nice. The detail is nice. The detail on the wheels, I think, is pretty darn good there. And, we'll go ahead and take a closer look at it. Now, first of all, I guess I should say that, I am familiar with the XKSS. I've seen a few of them there. I've seen one at the Peterson Museum in Los Angeles, which is a museum that any car guy really should go to if you get the chance. The XKSS I saw there is the one that actually used to belong to Steve McQueen. So my guess is that it probably may be one of the most expensive cars in the world, honestly, just because of the Steve McQueen name being attached to it. I've also seen a few others over the years over in Monterey, California for the historic race weekend, and also at the Colorado Grand, which is an annual event that happens in Colorado where people drive around there. Absurdly expensive cars around the state of Colorado for 1,000 miles. This particular model here is, of course, in a blue color. I've never seen an XKSS in blue as far as I can recall. I think that pretty much everyone I've seen was British Racing Green. Taking a look at the front here, you can see, the very nice detail on the headlights. The grille is a mesh grille, and I think that looks very nice there too. The louvers on the hood are actual louvers, meaning that you can actually see through them, as you can see there. So that is really neat to see. And you can also see that it even comes with bonnet latches there, right there. The detail on the side is nice, so you can see here the heat shields there on the exhaust, and who knows, maybe those might actually be metal actually. So that's kind of neat. Looking at the underside, of course, you can see there the oil pan and the rear suspension and differential, so pretty decent detail there as well, considering you'll never see it. And when it comes to the engine, let's go ahead and take a look at this famous straight six motor here. I think that is a nicely detailed motor. I really like that, the old famous straight six motor there. You can see the triple dual barrel carbs as well on the they're side draft carbs, so that's neat to see. You can also see the nice detail on the plug wires, and of course the exhaust manifold as well. So nicely done by Autoart there as well. I think the only beef I may have with this car is the windscreen. You can see here that it's pretty thick, and so it kind of distorts everything behind there. Now, taking a look at the interior, though, first of all, you can see that the doors open. The doors themselves are so small, I don't even see why they even bothered to put doors in there, but still, I think they're nicely done. The interior there, you can see that, there's kind of a dearth of instruments in the instrument cluster, but I guess that's kind of the way things were back in the day. Steering wheel is nice. It looks like it's maybe a Moto Lita steering wheel, and you can even see that the wood part of the steering wheel has little dots on there representing the rivets in the steering wheel as well. So I think that's great. There's also, of course, the shifter and the brake lever. Don't ask me why the brake lever is way on the far side of the transmission hump there, but hey, ergonomics was never a thing there for these early race-based cars. And of course, by race-based, I mean that this is the Jaguar XKSS is, of course, basically a street version of the Jaguar D-Type. By the time the late 50s came around, Jaguar D-Types were actually obsolete when it came to racing. Sure, they won a few Le Mans races and so on back in the mid-50s, but by the late 50s, they had all these leftover parts for D-Types and chassis and all this sort of stuff. So Jaguar decided, well, let's go ahead and put some convenience items on there. We'll put a convertible top on there, and we'll sell them to the general public as an actual road car. I would say that this would have had to have been one of the highest performing road cars in the world at the time, but in terms of practicality, kind of questionable. You may think that maybe they put a trunk in there, but as you can see here, the trunk is not a trunk. It holds the spare tire. Okay, and of course that trunk only exists for regulations for Le Mans, which required that there be room for a spare tire in the car even during the race. So the only luggage space that you had was this lovely little luggage rack. So I don't think you'd be taking it on long trips. But taking a look at this model, I think it's a fantastic model. I don't know if I've seen another Autoart D-Type model for sale at all in the last few years, so I assume it's kind of a rare bird. But I definitely like this model and plan on keeping it for a long time. But that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video and will like it, and please come back and take a look at my other videos.